Welcome to the Ordinary Genius edition of Finding Things Out. In today's version of our show, the questions are so challenging, we require two clever collaborators to find a solution. Today's contestants are both professors here at the California Institute of Technology. Please welcome to the stage Jot Preskill and Kid Thorne.
Hey.
Jot Preskill, you are the Richard P. Feynman Professor of Physics here at Caltech.
That's true, Rives.
Kid Thorne, you are the Richard P. Feynman Professor of Physics here at Caltech. How does that work?
Absolutely. It's a big chair.
Really, really great cushions, too.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you know the rules.
We do.
I am going to ask you a question. I'm going to read 4 possible answers. There's only one correct answer. You know your lifelines.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you win today, you will receive a home answering machine message recorded by Stephen Hawking.
Wow.
It
Nice,
sounds
huh? Sweet. All
a
right.
little
Gotta
something,
have it.
something
Gotta
like
have it.
this. Take a look.
Right.
Nobody's home, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta have that on my
That's what you
machine.
win, but don't. You've got a lot to go through, okay?
All
Don't
right,
jump the
all
gun.
right, all right.
I'll show you. For example, this is our first question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's play Finding Things Out. First question. Who said, "I think I can safely say that nobody understands quantum mechanics"? Was it A, George W. Bush,
Could be.
Might be.
B, Lady Gaga,
She's
I
pretty
like that
smart.
better.
Yeah.
That's-
C, Albert Einstein, or D,
Possibly.
Richard Feynman?
I thought the first question was going to be easier than that.
So did I. I think we should go for our 50-50 lifeline.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that means we're going to remove 2 incorrect answers. It's going to leave you with 2, all right? That gives you C, Albert Einstein, or D, Richard Feynman.
Well, I don't know, but let me make a wild guess. Was it Feynman?
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
You're correct!
Oh,
Wow!
yeah.
Terrific.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Good guessing.
Next round. Who said, "I cannot define the real problem, therefore I suspect there's no real problem, but I'm not sure there's no real problem"? Was it A, Jean-Luc Chameau? I suspect there is no. Was it B, George W. Bush, C, Socrates, or D, Richard Feynman?
Sounds like a university administrator to me. I think it's got to be Chameau.
Oh, no. It's much too philosophical.
Yeah.
It is probably Socrates.
Maybe, but hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Could it be Richard Feynman talking about quantum physics?
That's it! Richard Feynman.
You're correct!
Nice job.
Next round. Doing well.
Yeah.
Which of these statements is not about Richard Feynman? Not about Richard Feynman. A, all genius, all buffoon. B, the most brilliant young physicist here and everyone knows this. C, he watched girls while doing equations. Or D, man, if you gotta ask, you'll never know. Let's think about this one.
Well, it's got to be A, because that's purported to have been said by Freeman Dyson. And Dyson's a mathematician, always very precise. To be all genius and all buffoon simultaneously, you got to be 2 people.
Good point.
Good logic.
Because Feynman was one person.
Right.
But, on the other hand,
You're going to disagree with me?
well, I'm not sure, but I'm saying, could one person watch girls and do equations at the same time? I don't think so. Not even Feynman.
Well,
I think it's got to be C.
Okay, well, you're deadlocked.
Yeah.
but you
What are we
still
gonna
have
do?
some lifelines.
Well, that's true.
Okay, let's ask the audience.
Yeah,
Audience,
good idea.
what's your
Fine,
answer?
let's
All
ask
right.
the
Yeah,
audience.
come on, let
What
us
have we
hear
got?
it.
Come on.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Show
A, B,
show the
C?
answers up there.
Show them the answers. Give it to me again. I think the audience says it's D. That's our final answer. We'll go with the audience.
You're correct. It is D. Thank you, audience.
Thank you, thank
We're
you.
almost there. Answering.
Now, you're both on the Caltech faculty.
We are.
So you must have known Richard Feynman.
That's true.
Yeah, well, once I asked Richard to write an article about quantum gravity for a book in honor of Johnny Wheeler, who is our common mentor. This was about research that he'd done 15 years earlier, and he didn't want to write that. He wanted to work on his own current research. But he grudgingly agreed that if I would telephone him at 9 a.m. every Thursday morning and tell him, you've got to write on that article today, that he would produce the article. So after many, 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 many telephone calls, he produced 2 articles, and they were published in that volume.
Way to be persistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've succeeded in life.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Feynman used to ask me to lunch so we could talk about quantum chromodynamics, and he would always order the soup, and I'd ask him questions to try to get him to tell me stories. It was really a lot easier to get Feynman to tell stories than to get him to write articles.
Nice. Now back to finding things out, if you're
All
ready.
right, let's play.
Your next question is pretty tough.
Oh, yeah?
Which did Richard Feynman not say after completing his lectures on physics for Caltech freshmen and sophomores? A, I don't think I did very well by the students. B, maybe I'll have a chance to do it again someday, then I'll do it right. C, I tried very hard to make all the statements as accurate as possible. Or is it D, I am so tired?
Well, you know, Feynman ought to have been tired, because in 1962, not only was he teaching the sophomores, he was also teaching a course for graduate students on gravitation.
And reviewing textbooks for the California State Board of Education.
That's right, and he was doing his weekly lectures at Hughes Aircraft Company.
And he was working full-time on his own research.
That's true, too. But he was Feynman.
So he wouldn't have said he was tired.
D, final answer.
Right again, congratulations.
Almost there.
Very good.
Almost
Very
there.
good.
And
Close,
you have
close,
reached
close,
the
close,
final
close,
round.
close,
All right,
close.
all right.
Your last question. Who said, remind me not to come to any more gravity conferences? Was it A, Kid Thorne? Was it B, Jot Pretzel? C, Stephen Hawking? Or D, Richard Feynman?
Oh, was it you, kid?
No, was it you, Jot?
No. Okay, so it's Hawking or it's Feynman. Well, I think Hawking. I mean, he's been to so many gravity conferences, I guess he's
That
had
makes
his
sense.
fill.
That makes good sense. I
Okay.
think you must be right. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
This
we
is
do
your
have
last
a lifeline.
question. You have one more lifeline.
Yeah, what do you think?
The way he's talking, you know, if we get this one wrong, people are going to think we're stupid.
What do you care what other people think?
Surely you're joking. Come on.
Okay, guys, I need an answer. I
I
gotta
think
get
we
this
better
one.
use that last lifeline. Let's phone a friend.
You'd like to phone a friend?
Yeah, let's dial it up, right?
Tech, let's do that. Go ahead and make that phone call.
Yeah. Hope he's home.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, I'm so glad you're there. This is John. Kid and I are in a lot of trouble. There's a lot at stake here. We really need your help. Come as soon as you can. Boy, I don't know. Do you think he heard us?
Wow. That was quick.
Boy, he must have really rushed over here. I guess he dropped everything. All right, come on down.
Come on.
We're we need to ask you something. Whew. All right. What a relief. I knew he'd show up.
He'd come
I
through.
knew he'd come through.
He's just
for
got
us.
to help us now.
All right.
Stephen, please tell us, who was it said, remind me never to come to any more gravity conferences? Was it you?
Richard Feynman. That's our final answer.
You are correct. You are correct. Congratulations. You have won.
Thank you, Stephen.
Finding
Thank
Things
you.
Out.
Thank you,
You'll
Stephen.
receive
Good.
an answering
Way to
machine
go.
message recorded by Stephen Hawking.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for playing along. Join us next time for the pleasure of finding things out.
I'll be there.
Terrific.
All right.
Terrific.
Way to go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.